Let's start. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the second virtual visit of organized by CEJA. These virtual visits are part of the RECAP project, a revived CAP, coordinated by Euractiv and co-funded by the European Union through the Hjord. We have the first virtual visit last October, hosted by Peter Middendorf, the President of CEJA, from his farm in the Netherlands. But this time, on this occasion, we have Elisabeth Hidén with us, a young farmer from Sweden and Vice President of CEJA. So, good morning, Elisabeth. Thank you very much for welcoming us to your farm. Yeah, how are you? How is the weather?
The weather is quite normal weather in March, so it's maybe 2 degrees and no snow left, which we are glad for. It makes it much easier to farm. But we have not started with on the fields yet because it's too wet and too cold.
Okay, well, that's nice. Maybe you can to start this farm visit. You can take your time to introduce yourself, present your farm a bit, explaining what do you produce, etc.
Yes. So my name is Elisabeth Hidén, and I'm from Sweden. We became farmer the 1st of January the last year. It's my husband's farm in the beginning. I'm from another farm 4 hours from here. So they did the generation, they changed the owner of the farm from my mother-in-law to my husband 4 years ago. And then the farm had been rented out in 11 years. And 2 years ago, the guy who rented the farm, he was calling us and said that he would like to quit. And then we said, okay, we are going to start. So it's a dairy farm. We have 220 cows in 3 robots, which you will see later. We have calves, heifers, biogas, forest, around 200 hectares of land, mostly grassland for feed to the cows. So yes, that's what we are doing here. We have 3 employees full-time, and then my husband works maybe 2 full-time. And I'm right now I'm mostly home with the kids. Yeah.
That's nice. Maybe just a question for the introduction. You mentioned that you become a farmer last year, but since when are you working in the farming sector?
So, do you hear me now? Yes,
Yeah.
I am an agronomist, so I started on the Agricultural University of Sweden in 2015, and I was done with my studies 2020. So after that, I was working as a salesman on Lantmännen, which is a big Swedish cooperative. So I was selling fertilizers and seeds. And before that, I have been working on my parents' farm, and I have been in Canada in 9 months working on farms. So I guess that I have been doing that all my life. And then I have been, as I said, studying farming, and now I'm full-time farmer.
Nice, nice. Well, I think maybe we can do, before going to some questions from the people, to do a little tour around your farm. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course. So
Nice.
let's start. I turn the camera. So over there, you can see the new build house for the calves. And here we have some more calves and the biogas plant. And so we are living there, and the farms are over there. But I thought it was easier to start outside because I had to get dressed because it's quite cold. So yes, now you will see. But it's very nice to live on the farm. It's close to go to the work in the morning. You don't have to take the car and drive far away.
Yes. And where is located your farm in Sweden?
It's maybe 5 hours from the southwest part of Sweden by car, and maybe 25 hours drive to the northwest part of Sweden. So it's in between Stockholm and Gothenburg. So let's start with the youngest. I'm sorry, Ludwig.
Just for the viewers, if you have any question for Elisabeth at any time during the visit, just don't hesitate to ask directly in the chat, and she will reply.
So here's the biogas. It's built, I think my parents-in-law was building it 2011. So we produce gas for we have a dairy at the farm as well, but it's not, we're not producing anything. It's Lactalis, the French company, that's doing a lot of yogurt. So this is the youngest one. And they stay like this till they are 1 week old. So then they stay alone in here. So we have, as you can see, we have the black and white Holstein. They are producing the most milk. I would say one of the breeds that are most common when it came to dairy. So this building is, it was built around 2019, so this is a quite new one. So they stay here till they're 1 week old. They're living alone because diseases. If someone is sick, it's very easy that the other one becomes sick as well. And then when they get a little bit older and they're still drinking milk, they are spending time together. Like this. So this one are still drinking milk, but they are slowly getting introduced to eating grass as well. So there are around 6, 7 in each group when they're in this age. And then when they are a bit older and stop drinking milk, they are spending a little bit also in groups. So as you see, they are having hay. Yeah. Like that. So this is the youngest animals on the farm.
Nice. Do you say that you have 3 employees with you, and also your husband is working in the farm, right? With
Yeah,
you?
so it's 5 people working here in total, and right now we also have a trainee from a farming school.
Okay.
And we have had some trainees, and I think it's quite important if you look on a social sustainable aspect that the farms need to, the schools need to, the kids have to go out and do trainees, and then we as farmers and employees need to take the responsibility to let them into our branch. And there you can see the there where they make a lot of yogurt.
Nice.
And here, so this is the robots, and we have
Is it,
one.
this is for milking, right? No, that's amazing.
That's right. And I will just quickly show. So this is. So now they have been cleaning the table where all the food is coming, and over here. So now they are just cleaning up the last.
And do you have a part of cows and a dairy farm? Do you have any other kind of productions?
No, not really. All the land we have, we produce almost on all the land we have grass. So we're not selling any cereals. We need to have all for the cows ourselves. Well, the biogas is one other production, and then the forest, of course. And then when the cows get old, we sell them for meat. So,
Okay.
but we don't have any meat cows. We just have the milk cows, and then they become meat.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Are we going to another part of the farm,
Yes.
or
Now
is
we're
it?
going to the where the group of high pregnant cows.
Ah, okay. That's interesting.
Yes, so it's so here is the group, and this one in here will having a baby in between today and 3 weeks, if the computer is right.
Okay,
Yes.
that's interesting. We have some questions already. Maybe that you can reply. Is what are the main challenges that when you started working with dairy cows?
I would say it's even though my husband owned the farm, it's very much money that you need to put in just to buy the cows, to buy the feed, to buy the tractors. So it's of course the money, and then we did these investments 2000 in the second part of 2022, and as you all know, the rents. It had been quite hard time for all farmers, I think, not only for young farmers or new farmers, but of course it was a lot of investment. And then for me, I have never worked with dairy cows before, so of course for me the knowledge, it's very much work, and it's you need a lot of competence to be able to do it in a good way, and you need to do it very good if you should be able to owe some money.
Nice, thank you. And also another question related to the robots that we saw before.
Yeah.
Could you explain how the milking robot system works and what are the benefits
And
or the potential trade-off?
I think the benefits of having robots, some farmers have decided not to have it because if you do it by hand, you see the cows 2 times a day and you know when they're done. But I would say that otherwise we need to wake up 4 every morning to milk all the cows and then start to milk again in the afternoon and milk all the evening. So, it's a quite big work that become automatic instead of by hand. Um, and then in the technology, it's camera sensors that see the cows and then vacuum and milk it. So it's and I
Yeah.
think also the robots, they have very much technology inside, so they can they do some tests on the milk. So if the cows start to be sick, we can see it very early, and the same if the cows start to get ready to get pregnant, we can see that quite early as well. So I think it's a lot of benefit of the technology in the robots. And of course, it's a big work that no human being have to do. But sometimes the robots call in the middle of the night because a cow have been walking in backwards, and then it's a problem in the middle of the night instead. So you save time, but of course you are really never sure, or yeah.
Okay, that's funny. We have also a question from Darius Kids. Do you sell the biogas or you use it in the electricity here for the farm?
We sell it to the dairy, so they can use 60% less oil in their production, and it's quite big factory inside there. It's 20 or 30 people working 2 shifts, 6 days a week. So we sell the gas to the dairy, and the dairy is now run by Lactalis, the French company, but they have a daughter brand in Sweden called Skånemejerier. So we also sell the milk to them.
Thank you. And we have also a question from iPhone. At what age, weeks old, do you sell the calf for meat? Or
Well,
what would the rules of the... Yeah, sorry?
It depends.
It depends.
Yeah, if the cow is a very good cow, maybe 7 years. If the cow is a very bad cow, maybe 2 years. And it depends how much you're milking and how easy they get pregnant. So that's
Okay.
two things that matters. Because it's, of course, it's very expensive. Each cow costs a lot of money just for feeding. So, and now I will show you the latest. So this one we were done with in November. So this is between the smaller groups you saw before and the and when they become mothers. So this is like the teenager cows.
Nice. It's really nice fun, really big also, no?
Yes, this is 40 meter long and 30 meters this way. And you can see we also had the feeding system is the same in here, the belt. So I will show you. And you can see there's as you can see, there's still like kind of a building area around here, but yeah.
Okay, nice. Maybe just coming back to another question also from iPhone related to the selling of the calves. What would the rule of the new animal transport proposal means for your farm? Having to keep the calf for at least 5 weeks plus 50 kilos.
For us, well, like the male calves, we are selling when they're 2 weeks old. So for us, of course, it would mean that we had to build more to be able to have some place to have them. We would probably need to buy food, maybe feed. But we're living in a very, it's a lot of people where we are living. So we are selling the cows very close to here. So I don't think that we should be affected by the law because of distance. But I would say that it would be a big problem for those that are living in less populated areas.
Okay, thank you. We have also a question from Julian. Considering the challenges for farmers in the last years, what was your motivation to still pursue a career in farming?
Like for us, it was too late to do something else. We had already go to the bank. No, but I think that, I mean, you know that it's challenging, and if it's not the weather, it's the rent, or it's the policymakers that don't know what they're talking about. But at the same time, people always need to eat. And it's also an amazing opportunity to work close to nature. And as you could see in the beginning, we live on the farm, so it's also a work where you really can change your own area where you live to the better, I would say. And then, of course, it's very fun because we have one more kid, and he's very much into farming. So it's also very nice to be able to give the kids this way of growing up. Um, but yeah, you need. I guess that you need to think. You need to like the work, and you need to be positive, having a positive mindset.
Yeah, always. We have also a question from Ronald about the new barn.
Yeah.
Did you encounter any challenges trying to finance it, the new barn?
Yes, because we didn't get the investment money from the CAP. Because the budget, it was a lot of people that was asking for the money this year, and we didn't get enough of points. So I would say that it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, how do you handle the financial aspect of your
Uh,
farm? Is you taking care of some of the employees? Is a bit of sharing?
we're talking a lot with the bank, and then we have like very good communication with the vet, with the feed advisor, and with the guy who work with economics for farmers. So we always try to see where can we save money and where can we owe more money. So I will show you. So this is the feed. Okay, it's very wet. I'm sorry about that, but so it's the first cut, second cut, third cut, and fourth cut of grass. So we can do a perfect mix. And then it's going on the belt up to the cows, as you saw before.
Yeah, nice.
So yes.
In general, how, because since you started, do you have any nice or memory or experience that you had in your farm that you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part is to see our son, how much he like it.
Hmm.
And every day when I pick him up from kindergarten, we are going back home, and then we go out on a walk and we look at the cows, and he tell me about the tractors, and then we may find his father, and then they go by the tractor together. And so I think that's very nice moments, almost happening every day. Um, and of course, when you're going out and you find a new calf, it's a big moment, I would say. And yeah, but now I enjoy the days, even though it's a lot of challenging.
Yes, indeed. So, just another reminder for people watching this live. If they want to ask any question, just go to the chat. Ask it directly. Maybe in the meantime, Elisabeth, you can tell us what are your plans for your farm in the next 5-10 years.
Now I think that our plans is just to become, maybe not to become bigger, not having more cows. I think we have enough cows right now. But just try to be better on what we're doing. I mean, we did our first year the last year, so it was a lot of new things for us. But I think this year we know a little bit more about what's going to happen and what we can expect, and therefore we also know what we can do better. So I think that's the plan: making the cows milk more,
Yes.
and yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
This is our cat also that catching rats on the farm.
What's the name?
Snirre. And here you can see the grass from the last year's harvest.
Okay.
So we hope that we
Nice.
will have enough till we can get the cows outside for the summer.
Nice. Is the tour finished?
Yes, this is what I had to show, what I could show you, the whole farm.
Nice. I think maybe I'm mistaken, but do you have an Instagram of your farm
Yes, we
also?
have. And here you have the name, and as you can see, milking cows since
Nice. Thank you. We will be sure to tag it.
Yeah.
We have also another question from Ronald. What is like to be a woman in agriculture in Sweden? Do you encounter any difficulties of prejudice?
I think that, of course, it's a male-dominated branch. It's a lot of women that works on farms in Sweden, but most of the land is owned by men. Um, I think the most people are, if it comes a seller to the farm, they can talk to me as well. But of course, I think the ownership is a very big problem. Because if you don't own the land, you don't have the power. So, yeah, we have a lot of work to do when it came to the male-female balance, I would say.
Okay, thank you. Maybe also another question. You have been vice president of CEJA since June of last year, of 2023, but also you have been involved in CEJA for some time before. You have also been involved in your national young farmer organization. So what does it mean to you to be a young farmer in general, and also what does it mean for you to be a representative of young farmers?
I mean, I think it's a privilege to be able to be that. Because now it's coming a lot of track. I don't. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I think it's a very nice opportunity to be able to be a young farmer, because not everyone have that luck. And I think it's very important because the average age of farmers in both Sweden and EU are around 60 years old, which means that those people that go to the meeting, they have their own perspective. But me as a young farmer, I have my perspective, and of course we will may farm in, I don't know, 25 more years if some of the kids would like to start. So for me, when I'm talking for decision makers, I think my next 25 years, and those people that are 70 years old and go on those meetings, I mean, they're already almost done farming. So I think that for us, it's all the laws that policymakers now are discussing will affect me much more than my parents. And if nothing happened, and I mean, we can see it have been very dry here 2 years in a row, which create very big problems for us, because we have to buy feed from other farms, which is very expensive. So I mean, of course, we have to do something. We have to do something, but we have to do it in the right way. And of course, we need to have long-time goals and visions, because we need to be able to invest. Every investment we are doing are a long-time investment. So I think it's very important to have young farmers in the debate, because it's our future, more than the old farmers' future, because they don't have so long future in the farm left.
Okay, maybe also one question related a bit to it is from Julian. With all politicians in campaign mode for the European election, what would be your key message or priority to them as a young Swedish farmer?
In Sweden, we have a lot of, for example, we have a law that the cows need to be outside in the summer. And we are the only country that have that as a law. And because it's a law, we can't get paid for it. So I think that we need to get paid for what we are doing. It needs to be more profitable to be a farmer. And I think like the question when it came to the income is connected to all the other problems. I mean, of course, we need to be more sustainable, but to be able to do sustainable investment, we need to owe money. We can see that farmers having bad mental health because they have a stressful job, because you can't hire people because you don't owe enough money. So I think that all those questions are connected to the income. So I would say that we need to hire the income and putting up laws and regulations that actually is possible to follow. And when it came to Swedish perspective, I would say that we need to, if we should be on an open market, we need to have the same rules, or the farmers need to be able to get paid extra for the extra work they are doing.
Okay, thank you. We have also a question from Katerina, also related to the milking robot. Since when are you using it? And how is your personal experience with this milking robot?
Where the cows live, it is built 2005. And in 2005, my parents-in-law they had robots. So we have two robots from 2019, which is called VMS 300, and that's the newest one from the Laval. And then we have one older one called Classic from 2015 or 16, I think. And I think it works well. Yes. I mean, it is positive and negative things about all different systems you can have, but I think this one is, yes, it works quite well. And also one benefit is that a cow that like to milk 3 times a day, they can go and milk 3 times a day. So I guess we can get a little bit more milk.
A question from Kevin. Do you make your own TMR mix recipe, or do you hire a consultant?
If I make my own what?
Your TMR. I think
Okay, no, we have a consultant for that. We work together with a girl that is very, very good, I think. So we work together. So that I would say the challenge, especially the last year when so much happened with the milk price. We started very high and then it was going down very quick. So always to try to find the spot where you get more milk for less money. Because I mean, you can give the cows very much food, very expensive food, get a lot of milk, but then it may not worth it. So yeah, we have a lady that helps us with that. Very good one.
Okay, we have also another question from iPhone. You started the farm in 2023. How did you get access to the land that you work on? Do you rent it or own it?
We own most of the land ourselves. As I said in the beginning, it's my husband's family farm. So he took over the ownership in 2020, maybe. And then we rent some land from neighbors as well. Yes.
Okay, nice.
But we have the farm in like this company rent the farm from my husband. So
Okay.
we have the company together, but he owns the farm himself. Like Hjord Brukarna renting the land, but we rent it from one of the owners.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, understand. Okay, so maybe I will check if there is any last question from the viewers. In the meantime, Elisabeth, if you want to say last words to everyone watching this live.
No, I would just like to thank you that you was taking your time and look at my farm. And yes, it's very fun to show what we are doing and what our life look like. Because when you buy milk in the store, I'm not sure that everyone know the work behind. So it's very nice to be able to show that, and we are, as all farmers, very proud of our work.
So yes, thank you very much. I think there is no any other questions. So thank you very much, Elisabeth, for welcoming us to your farm virtually in Sweden. I think it has been very interesting. A lot of questions, a lot of interaction. So yeah, we wish you all the best. Have a nice day, and see you soon in Brussels.
Yes, and now is Ludwig sleeping as well. Thank you very much, in Brussels.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. For the rest of the viewers, just thank you also for being here today. Just remember you that this virtual farm visit will be available on our Instagram profile. And in the coming months, we will organize new virtual farm visits. So yeah, thank you all very much and have a nice day. Goodbye.